read a short excerpt from my book, From Whole to Whole, Embracing the Transformational Power of Grief and Loss. And I am Joy Sackett. When my son Jack died, it was the worst thing I could imagine happening in my life. I have an adult daughter, Janine, a husband, John, a private therapy practice established in 2008, and an extended family with needs as well as my own to consider. It's true to say that being a professionally trained psychotherapist, counsellor and complementary therapist myself, who has worked successfully with many clients experiencing grief, helped me. But this did not diminish my raw and very real pain in the initial stages following his death. There's no competition with pain. Pain is pain and grief is grief. There's no escaping it. It felt like a big hole had been carved out of my chest and stomach. The pain was physical. Fortunately, I was aware that there is, in counselling terms, a grief process. So I decided to surrender myself absolutely and go with the flow of that process. In doing this, I learned so much more about grief, which I want to share with you in this book. I discovered how to grieve healthily and successfully, and how to keep my business life functioning. I learned how to build even greater resilience than I believed I had had before this life-changing grief event, and how to develop and strengthen this resilience. Resilience is such a positive aspect of grief, enabling us to rise above the pain, reduce emotional suffering and evolve through the transition to gain a higher consciousness, empowerment and spiritual growth. In other words, we positively evolve as human beings, as a part of our soul journey, and so become whole. Building resilience begins by being aware of how the brain works, how the trauma of grief affects our brain and nervous system, which then impacts on our emotions and affects the physiology of our body to cause our spirit to retract. This disturbing assault on our inner being can be reversed. There are many books on grief and grieving. How this book is different? I will take you beyond the accepted therapeutically known grief process, showing you how to evolve as a person, undergo a personal transformation and develop your soul through your grief. This book is all about you becoming aware that you are a multi-dimensional being, a person who functions on many levels, and a vibrational energy being who, following deep sorrow and sadness, is able to live a life filled with love, happiness and immense joy. You can have an ongoing relationship with your loved one, albeit a different one, as I did through my own personal journey. I will offer suggestions, tools, techniques, case studies, scientific evidence, personal insights and knowledge to enlighten you.